Hey guys, this is DJ-GMAN with a quick tip for Ableton Live. This is how to sound like your favorite electronic producer. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to open your Ableton program, and then you click on this button over here in the corner, and it switches it to that. And then what you do is you have to get these synth sounds. You can just look it up on Google, like synthsounddownloads.com or something, and you'll find this. So you get this. I'm pretty sure it's free. So you get this, and then you have to first highlight this, like 4 squares. Just get 4 squares, and then you right click, and then you go down to insert MIDI clip. You can use these key functions, like you hold the up key, the pound key, and then capital M, so you have to hold shift as well. But I don't use those because it just takes too much time to learn. So you just right click and you click on it, and then you get this box, and it turns your 4 boxes into one big box. And then you click the play button, and then it turns into a down play button. So you go into down play mode, and then you double click on the box, the single box. Now with this synth sound, you get a bunch of choices of synth sounds. So you pick the plucked synth sound, and then you get a bunch of choices. So there's like a lot of choices. Now what you do is you pick one at random. So I'm just gonna pick UK Pikes 2, and then you double click it, and then you can get rid of it because you don't need it anymore, and you don't have to, and it's all good. And then you go down to this where there's piano keys, and then you start clicking, and kind of you want to click around and fill up the whole thing so it just looks like kind of speckly. And then once you think you're good, you turn up the volume on your computer so you can hear what you made, and then you play it, and then this is what your first part's going to sound like. So that's pretty cool. But what you got to do is you got to also loop it. So you click the loop button, and then it loops this whole thing. So now what we're going to do is, because we're not using any audio or any MIDI files, we're getting rid of that. And then what you do is you duplicate this. So you right click, duplicate, right click, duplicate, right click. I guess you could use pound sign, so shift D, but it's easier not to do that. So you make 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, perfect. And you click on one of them, and then you get back to this by clicking stuff, and then you change it. So you go to each one, and you change it to something new. And then once you get them all changed, you have to make the last one, you have to make one of them a bass, because you need bass in a song, because like, what song doesn't have bass? So you click on bass and you choose one that you want. There's a lot of bass to choose from. So I chose one, and then the other one, you have to use piano. Well, you don't have to, but you should, because that's what like Avicii and stuff, they use a lot of pianos in their stuff, so it sounds really good. So you just use a piano, and then what you do is you get a lot of you have to get these bass drums. So you go to big kicks, I guess, and you drag it in, and then you click on it and you warp it so it gets warped so it sounds dope, and then you open it up and then you loop it like that. And usually the bass drum isn't loud enough, so what you have to do is you have to go to your mixer, which mixes stuff in, and you go to your track volume, and then you push it all the way up, because so you get really pumpy bass. Now we're gonna deplay all these. And then also, here's a really cool studio trick that everyone uses. You go to loops, and all these loops are what DJ producers use to make their songs sound really good. So you take a random loop and you drag it in, and then you can take another one and drag it in, and then you got these like crazy cool loops. And well, I don't know why I'm opening those, but then you got, this is your like rhythm section kind of thing. And basically you're done. I guess you can put on some effects if you want, but I'm not going to do that. But if you wanted to do that, you just go into your master and then you drag in all of your effects. So like if you wanted like a delay on your song or something, I don't really know, I don't use it that much, but it's kind of cool. And then you put that in your master track, which is like where all the sound goes to, and it's cool. So to know if you made the mix good, you're going to want to listen to it. So let's listen to it. Check for if your bass drum, which is this track, you look at this bar, and if it's like under this point, or under like this point, that means you need to turn it up. So ideally you want to get it to be red, because red is like fire, like really good, like really dope. And then also down here, you're going to want that to be red too. So in essence, this, I don't know if it'll happen, but this should be red and this should be red, and you don't want anything else to be red because then you can't hear the pounding bass drum. But let's check. Let's look right here, or right here and right here, to see if we got the levels that we want. Yeah, we definitely have them. This is going to be a great track. Just remember, I'm about to wrap this up. Just remember, you need to have a bass drum, have your piano sound so you can sound like Avicii and like really good producers and stuff, because that piano thing's really cool. And then also you need your bass. You need your bass line. I'm probably gonna put this song up on SoundCloud. I have a SoundCloud profile. I'm DJ-GMAN, and there's a hyphen between the G and the man. So I might put it up for free, but I might not. I'll just find out when I put this track out, because this is pretty much finished. I might have to do a little bit of tweaking, but it's sounding really good. If you have any questions, just leave me some comments, or send me some messages, and I'll get back to you, and I'll tell you all the tricks you need to know. Remember, this is DJ-GMAN with your quick tip on how to sound like your favorite electronic producer. Stay tuned for some more quick tips. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks.